Have you ever wondered how social media service providers are charging anywhere between $500 a month to over $5,000 a month for the exact same services? In today's video, I'm sharing 4 secrets that top earners do not tell you. I've partnered up with Honeybook to provide you with research-backed strategies to share how top earning creative and marketing professionals are earning 6 figures and beyond. Hey, my name is Milou and I own a multi-6-figure social media agency, and I now help social media managers do the same. Now, before we dive in, make sure you download the free 2025 Growth Guide by Honeybook. Let's get started. The first thing top earners do not tell you is that acquiring a new client can cost up to 5 times more than nurturing an existing client. Now, your work as a social media manager or agency really does not start until after you have signed a new client. Getting a new client isn't the hardest part, guys. Trust me, once you acquire a client, you want to nurture them and keep them happy to continue working with you for a lifetime. Because think about it, you already have the trust of your existing client base. And so either upselling them or have them grow and evolve with your agency is much easier than the cost that goes into marketing, advertising, and the time you put into finding that next new client. So the majority of your time as a top earner really goes into nurturing and providing amazing services and customer journey and experience with you to your existing clients. The moment you focus too much on getting the next client, you will find your current client base suffering as that you are not able to actually retain them. According to Honeybook's 2025 Growth Guide, top earners are generating 50% of their income with 25% of their time. A lot of the time goes into actually building that trust, building that relationship with acquiring a new client, while your existing client, you already have that trust, you already have that relationship, so you don't have to put time into that. Instead, you're putting time into the actual work, nurturing them, right? And so it's a completely different cost that goes into that. On top of that, the fastest way to grow your business is by having happy customers that will organically and naturally share your services with other people because they're so happy with you, right? And so it is a free way to have word of mouth if you have a happy client base. Now, if you want to dive deeper into this statistic, make sure you download the 2025 Growth Guide by Honeybook that I'll link in the description below as well. The second thing that top earners do not tell you is that they rely on retainers. Now, the best and easiest way for you to scale your business as a social media manager is to have a retainer model. Instead of charging clients by project or giving them an hourly rate, this is not sustainable and not scalable if you want to work with clients in the long run. Especially as a freelancer or agency owner working for yourself, it can come with a lot of risk, right? And if you want to have that security in your business for your income and client don't have to look for the next client all the time, like we talked about in point 1, then you want to make sure you offer a retainer model. So with our kind of services in the social media industry, one of the most popular services to offer is social media management services, because this is a retainer service where clients will contract you for long periods of time where you're providing those services on a monthly basis, and it's not a one-off project that ends at a certain date. And so some of you may not want to offer social media management, or maybe you're like, social media management, that's too stressful for me and not the kind of service I want to focus on. That is okay. There are other services in social media that you can actually turn into a retainer service too. So let's say, for example, take strategy or consulting and coaching, mentorship. These are all services that you don't have to offer on a one-time basis, but instead you can tell a client you can can contract me for the next 6 months to provide you with strategy services on an ongoing monthly basis. Because again, this is something that people will need in the long run. You don't just conduct strategy services once, well, you could, but ideally, if they don't have someone in-house or within their team that understands strategy, you really need to check in with them and provide this type of support with them on a retainer model that they can contract you. Similarly to coaching, consulting, even if you're a creative and want to provide design services, or you only want to do the content creation side of things in social media management, again, you can do that on a retainer basis where you provide content creation services as a subscription to a client. They can manage their own social media channels, but you create the creative assets and content for them. So there's so many different options, but the retainer model is what top earners really use. So as this research is backed up by Honeybook's growth guide, top earners generate around $45,000 a year from retainers, which makes up to $3,700 a month. And so this doesn't have to be its one-off retainer necessarily, but this is definitely a big part that creates security in someone's business because you already know what's coming in for the year, right? On top of other services or other products you might sell and generate revenue from. Now, I'd love to hear from you if you're currently doing a retainer model, and if not, this might be something you want to consider, but drop a comment below so that we can have that conversation and it can give you my insights into your business. The third thing that top earners don't tell you is that they have multiple streams of income. Now, we just talked about having a sustainable business, having security in your business, and if you want to earn top dollar, you cannot rely on just one stream of income. Imagine all of a sudden social media management is no longer a thing anymore, or you lose all of your clients, and at that point you have no other stream of income. This makes it really hard for you to have a sustainable business and have that security. You don't just want to rely on one thing so that you can spread your wings and offer your skill set in many different ways, which helps you build that security in your business. So as for myself, I always treated myself as my biggest client from day one in my business, and so I really prioritized my personal brand. As a result, my personal brand is bringing in 100% of inbound leads for my agency and our services and my team. On top of that, another income stream I have is brand partnerships through my personal brand across all social media channels. I also sell digital products through my personal brands. I can do affiliate marketing in my personal brands. I do speaking. I am now opening in October a membership where I can mentor people for an affordable retainer model that they can get access to me. And so I'm doing many different things, which first of all, I find really fun and keeps me creative and gives me energy. And at the same time, it gives me more security. What if I were to lose half of my clients tomorrow? I still have lots of streams of income that give me that security and stability that I don't have to worry about that, especially having a team that relies on me and is on payroll, with our agency. So according to Honeybook's 2025 growth guides, top earners make 25% of their income passively. And so I want you to think for yourself, how can you incorporate passive income into your business today? Whether that's affiliate marketing, whether that's partnerships, and you don't always necessarily need a large audience for that too. I do want to mention that, like affiliate marketing or strategic referral partners that you may have, where you can send someone a client or work on a project together, and you can make money off all of those partnerships on top of digital products, on top of memberships where you may not have to be involved in. The easiest thing would probably be to sell templates or resources that you already use within your business that you can simply list on a digital shop on your profiles. Now, if you want to dive deeper into those stats and what top earners do to make six figures and beyond, then don't forget to download the 2025 growth guide by Honeybook that I will also link in the description below. The fourth thing that top earners don't tell you is that you don't have to niche down. Now, hear me out. This probably goes against every type of advice you've heard about niching down, but here's the thing. This is probably the most frequently asked question I get from you guys or on Instagram, social media managers and creatives that are looking to build their business. What niche should they focus on? But more importantly, they ask themselves, what niche is the most profitable. Now, I think that's the worst strategy you can take in order to go into your business and earn a lot of money, because at the end of the day, the most profitable niche is the one you enjoy working in the most. So typically that looks like something you're already passionate about, whether it's an industry or certain fields that you really enjoy. So for myself, I enjoy health and wellness because I'm a former D1 athlete. So even if it's sports, if it's another athlete and it's personal brand, I really enjoy that because it aligns with me and my values. Now, I didn't decide to work with certain niches just because I could make a lot of money out of it, but instead I focused on what I enjoy working with. And personally, I'm not completely niched down. At this point, we work with a range of different industries, and we do have our expertise in personal brands and multi-channels, but it doesn't mean you have to focus on just one niche, and especially not just a niche because there's a lot of money involved. And the Honeybook Growth Guide also backs this up with research that 74% of top earners work for reasons other than money. And I know this for myself. I'm super passionate about what I do in terms of content creation, running the agency, and yes, of course we need to make money, pay our bills, pay our team, but it's so much more than that. So if you're looking to really become a top earner, focus on having fun and doing work you love to do. If you really hate designing, that maybe that's something you don't necessarily want to focus on, and instead have more focus on strategy or content creation or other things that serve you well. Because if you're having fun and enjoying your work, everyone can notice that around you. Now, I hope this video gave you some enlightenment into how top earners make six figures and beyond in our industry. Make sure you download the 2025 Honeybook Growth Guide so that you can see the exact research-backed strategies that will help you become a top earner in this industry. And I will see you in next week's video.